Since there's so much football to talk about, oh my gosh, I figure we could just get the awards from the Ballon d'Or out of the way. The only two that I guess three that I want to talk about. First, shout out to Gianluigi Donnarumma for winning the Yashin Trophy for the best goalkeeper in football. I know it was for his time at PSG, but he's a City player now. So that goes to us. Yeah, baby. And Ousmane Dembele for winning the Ballon d'Or on the men's side. And
Magnifique.
Yep. Surprise. Aitana Bonmati won it on the women's side. Ugh.
I feel okay. For men's teams, it's very obvious. Like all of the best club teams are in Europe, right? Like there's not any debate about that. I feel like for women's teams, there is a bit of a debate about what teams are better, particularly like when you factor in leagues like Liga MX Femenil and WSL. And I feel like NWSL is at a distinct disadvantage because they don't follow the rest of the FIFA calendar. You guys, I've seen Tim Chawinga play. I don't know if there's a better player on the planet than Tim Chawinga, and I said what I said.
Makes a lot of sense. I will totally agree with that statement, as in that, this continent, west of the Atlantic Ocean is overlooked because so many voters are Europeans. They aren't watching, North American soccer. But on the men's side, I will say I'm happy that the voters did the right thing and gave it to the best player on the best team who had a huge impact. It's not like Yamal, who might be the most talented footballer on the pitch. His production had nowhere near what Ousmane Dembele did. And they won a treble, I believe, or at least a double, right? They won the league and the Champions League. And just like the way he led defense and offense, right? He wasn't just a one-way player. That press they did was incredible. It low-key revolutionized soccer. The way it just said, kick it out of bounds and go press. So I'm happy that Dembele won. I didn't see the official voting. Where did Salah finish? What was the 1, 2, 3? Anybody know? I mean, Google's free. Never mind. Oh, you got second?
I did have it, and then it went away. Hold on. There we go.
Because Rafinha also had a great shout. Barca had 4 in the top 20.
So it was Dembele, Yamal, Vitinha. Shout out to him. Wow. Salah was fifth.
Great shout.
And Rafinha was fifth.
Okay. So that's where international success also matters, because I believe Portugal won Nations League, right? And so Vitinha was up there for that, in addition to everything that Dembele did. But obviously Dembele had everything. So, and yeah, so that I could see that. I mean, they picked Yamal second. Yeah, Yamal will get his. But again, Dembele, his arc and his career is crazy. From being the biggest bust ever, going from Dortmund to Barca to finding a home in France. He did what Messi couldn't. Let's be real. Did what Mbappe couldn't. He brought PSG up for Champions League. So happy for that black man.
Yes, sir. All right. Time to get into it.
You know the vibes. Shady gang. Shady gang. Shady gang.
Hey, and welcome to Season 5, episode 150 of Shades of Blue.
This is culturally inappropriate.
We are the most comprehensive show about Manchester City, covering both the men's and women's game, spanning both sides of the Mason-Dixon line. We making art over here, capitalize the A. I'm Crunk Chocolate. I'm with my show bros, Sharpie Charlie, Thom Bomb, and Tarek couldn't be here. We'll hold it down for you, buddy. We miss you. How's it going? How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm happy that Manchester City is my soccer club because my NFL team, my football team, wanted to embarrass me again. Second week in a row. We have not trailed in the fourth quarter until the last kick of the game, 2 weeks in a row. And I forgot what pain like that felt like because I gave up on the Broncos for so long. So it actually sucks. But we love growth. I don't crash out. I just say there's 14 more games. Just got to win now. Tom, how are you? Because your team won the game.
I mean, yeah, but did you watch? It didn't feel great. Like, it didn't feel great.
Yeah.
I'm so checked out on them right now. Like, I feel like I'm just ready for Baltimore to come in here and whoop that behind next week.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
And just
Yeah.
like it's like so I'm like mentally preparing myself now so that I don't have to like focus on that. And I'm gonna focus on the city winning trophies. Like
Also, that college football team. Shout out to Mizzou, undefeated.
Undefeated. We love it. We love it. We love to see it.
Hey, gotta find joy. Gotta choose joy out here.
Yep, exactly.
And my football team made a fool of themselves. Just
The whole world was mad at your team, bro. So many parlays got fucked up. That was horrible.
It
that
made
was the
no
one we were like,
sense.
oh, Packers gonna beat the Browns. They're gonna beat the Browns.
Right.
They did not.
They did not do that.
All the extra penalties. Jordan Love got sacked like 5 or 6 times.
The defense is crazy though. They're actually wild.
That is true.
There's got to be competence on offense, and Miles Garrett is a very scary man.
It was not fun for that final 6 minutes that lasts like a half hour. It's the worst. That's what I hate most about football. It's just how slow you watch the impending doom happening. Like you're just like slowly watching your team crumble. It's terrible. It's terrible. Shout out to the third child for our intro. If you're watching on YouTube, like that video, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment on what you thought on the episode. If you're listening through taking the audio adventure of our episode, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, any podcast streaming service, rate us 5 stars, say some nice words. That helps the podcast out. Subscribe to our Patreon, $6 a month. It gets you the episode the moment this is done recording. We record Monday nights on Patreon. You get it the second it's done uploading. I just upload it to Patreon and say thank you all, everybody. Here it is. All of you normies have to wait until Wednesday. I love you, normies. You get it Wednesday afternoon. Patreon, get it bright and early, right when it drops. We do match previews, which I just recorded with shout out to Nessie of London City Lioness Pride. Did a match preview for that game on the weekend. Got to learn a lot about that club. I was trying to be messy, and she was like correcting me on some stuff, but also gave a lot of tea about that team. So it was a little interesting to find out some of the stuff about it. I was like, oh, this team is actually mad messy. Good to know. And plenty of other episodes that still needs to drop. Like the Eric Wall episode needs to drop. The 50 plus donor episode needs to drop. Gonna have our lit stream. That's not necessarily Patreon, but our lit stream is this weekend. Linking up with the Noisy Boys, Noisy Neighbors. It's gonna be super good to see them. Sony M, she's coming through. Devin the Dude, freaking Gunner. He's gonna be so annoying. I already know.
Leave it to an Arsenal fan to celebrate a draw at home.
Oh, we're gonna get to it.
When,
You know he's going
it's
to.
gonna be so fun. I can't wait to talk about it with us, and then we can talk about it with him because it's like, bro, okay, y'all got it. Yeah, you did it. Woo, give you that summer trophy. Love that summer trophy.
Good for you.
Enjoy.
Ooh.
What Young Thug say? Whoop de doo. Whoop de doo.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay. In today's episode, we got plenty to talk about. So honestly, it's so much we might as well just get into it. We'll do City Men first. We have 2 games to review, 2 games to preview, and for women, we have 1 game to review, 2 games to preview. Yeah, so plenty to talk about. I did just a few sound bites. It's just the conversation will be overflowing, and it's mainly about Pep and Bernardo on the short time frame between Napoli and Arsenal, and then I have 1 post match from backup captain Ruben Diaz, and his ability to find the silver lining in the gray cloud that was a draw at Arsenal. But first, Champions League versus Napoli, the starting 11. It's Donnarumma, Riley, Vardial, Diaz, Kuznov, Rodri, Reinders, Foden, Doku, Silva, and Holland. Same lineup, ran it back from 4 days ago for the win in the Manchester Derby. Did it shock anybody? Were you happy with it? What were your thoughts on it? Tom, we'll start with you.
Yes, it did shock me. We know that Pep does like to give players some rest, especially some of the older players like a Bernardo, and he could have used a rest. I also think that based off of game state, he probably got away with it. I'm so impressed by the Kuznov right back experience. It's allowing us to play Nico O'Reilly in a more Cancelo-like role, but it's like Cancelo plus, if that makes sense. It's like, because it's yes, you get all those midfield characteristics, and you get actual defending with a large body.
Actual defending.
Hey, that is a 2-time PFA player, like best 11. Cancelo still deserves my football respect. Okay, off the pitch, he's a little asshole. On the pitch, changed the game. He switched his number, and that's when he lost. 27 Cancelo, way different than number 7. Number changes, went to his head. Went to his head.
Yep.
I will say for the lineup, and I said this on our watch along. I wasn't surprised because if you watch the midweek game against Napoli, he started making those subs to get people extra rest. Like he took Roger off early. I believe he took Holland off at some point. Like he made those subs to say, "Hey, I am going to run this back." Now, what we could talk about is how the game went and what the game state was, and how 3 games in a week, will do that to you. But yeah, I was happy with the lineup because I feel like you need trust right now. We're rebuilding, and we're the building blocks. Like we are a dominant club, but this team, as you say, hasn't done anything. This is not the team that won the treble. This is not the formidable team. We are in transition to a next era. And so you have to start figuring out who are your best 11 right now. And so I think Pep knows that right now.
Very sad. Shout out to Milinkovic Savic, who was literal, and he's literally large. A big reason why City only scored 2 goals because he's 6'8". The stops that he had, and just his 6 saves in the game, where a few of them legitimately should have went in. It's like, how? So yeah, I just wanted. He was a big reason, even when Di Lorenzo's dumbass got the red card in the 26th minute for taking out Holland. Savage stepped up. He did his thing.
I thought like what was that goal line clearance, like that Savage, like the defender kicked it to him.
Oh yeah,
like that was probably Napoli's best play of the match. Like, and you could see how much it fired them up. Like they were the first half, they were, even after the red card, they were really on it. And yeah. I was surprised how inspired they played.
And here's the thing, Tom. I will say I wasn't surprised because their manager is Antonio Conte. And like, I feel like there's a different Conte you get when he is managing in his natural language, in his first language, versus the Conte you get in England. Like, we know those great Chelsea teams, but he kind of lost some of that when he went to Spurs, right? It didn't go that well. But back home, Conte teams, they will fight. And he got some dogs. Like, once they made the change to get KDB out, you knew what it was about to be. Like, you fully understood, okay, they put in a dog and we just gonna scrap. We're gonna have 9 players in the outfield, and God bless y'all trying to break us down. So it is it's the type of performance you're supposed to do when you go down a man. And if we get to some shock, awe, and applause, we'll talk about how you don't manage the team when you go down a man, because that happened in England. So yeah.
After finding out City, we're gonna face Napoli at home. It's been the last 3 weeks. Everyone just been like, we're gonna see Kevin, only to get 25 minutes of them on the pitch. It really hurt. Like, I was so happy seeing him run out.
No,
even like my eyes got a little misty.
It was amazing. I had no feels.
It was perfect.
I had no feels.
It was,
it was amazing.
It was perfect because it was like, oh, I don't want to see this player like do something to us that would change the outcome of the, like, I don't want to be involved in that. And so the fact that, like, oh, he, like, at that point, I was like, even if for some reason we were to lose this match up a player, like, knowing that he's not the one that did it to us, I might be able to, because if KDB would have hit the game winner against us, I don't think I would have been inconsolable on Thursday. Just like, you would have heard all of the cussing and hollering and carrying on, just all of it. Just so the fact that we didn't have to go through that emotionally, perfect amount of KDB.
He got his well-deserved, as the best player in club history, return back. He didn't leave under his own choice, right? We know there was a force out in a way, like he had to go because we ain't paying you that bread. And the game wasn't hurt by him. Like that guy Tom said, like, him not scoring a goal or having one of those crazy assists. Like, imagine if he would have whipped one of those balls in for Højlund and Højlund just runs off Ruben Diaz. You know how much that would have hurt my heart?
Oh, dog.
So the fact that we don't have to think, like, we don't know that didn't happen, it can only be hypothesized, that is wonderful. And he's healthy, right? He didn't get hurt. Everybody won, mainly Man City. And
y'all are sick.
Jeremy Doku. No, I'm not sick. I'm a blue. I'm a citizen.
Yes, exactly.
Man, I told you, once they got rid of Raheem, nobody else means anything to me anymore. Once you leave, when you're gone, you're gone.
You did say that. Okay. Well, then I'm all alone in hoping that we somehow draw Napoli in the knockout stages and get more time with them.
For who? For what?
Huh?
I said for who? For what?
For what?
No.
I mean, you know what? Hold on, Tom. Let's flip this. Would you rather see Napoli in like the quarterfinals or the round of 16, or would you rather see Real Madrid? Because I would rather see Scott McTominay than Kylian Mbappe.
I mean, yes, and I already know how I know how this UEFA draw works, dog. Like,
we're gonna get Real Madrid.
We're gonna get Real Madrid.
Somehow, some way, yeah. Even if it's not in the 16, it'll be in the semis.
Right? It's like, well, we gotta play them.
They could show me that they did everything like truly above board, and I still wouldn't believe, because the fix is in. Like, we're going to face them in a knockout round.
Yes.
Somebody's got to hurt. We know the Bernabeu so well. Like, hey guys, welcome back.
Right.
Oh, 56th minute. Foden's dink over the defender's stretched leg, high enough for Holland to just do a little head dink of his own outside the reach of the 6'8" keeper. 50 UCL goals in 49 games. It's a new record. What's new for Holland? Another match, another record. Ruud van Nistelrooy had the record previously, 50 goals in 62 matches. That's so insane. Messi took 66 matches. Lewandowski did it in 77. Mbappe just recently did it in 79 matches. Wow, Holland is a freak of nature.
Can we just say that both things can be true with Holland? We can, as we spent a lot of time last year saying in you know, this summer, like, hey, you can still be better. And his better is like elevated from like a 9. Like he's at a 9. Like just what he does now. If he adds no more skill, no more depth to his game, no more creativity, he's a 9 out of 10 striker. And there's an argument that you could say better because he's broken every record that comes in his wake. Like I know Alan Shearer is like, oh my God, I'm only gonna have this like another 5 years. Like maybe 6, but about like, you know, in 6 to 7 years, it's done. It's done. By the time he's like 33. So I feel like that goal and seeing all the numbers for me, it really put it in perspective how great he is. And he's done it at 3 clubs, you know, 3 different leagues. It doesn't matter. He's going to score goals when he plays. A goal a game. That's it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still on my Holland's not great in the air soapbox, and
It's an agreement. It's a fact.
fair.
That is a fact. Yeah.
Can't have everything, I guess.
When he headed that ball, the trajectory, I was so sure that it was going over the crossbar that I turned away. Like I was like, oh, I'm so sick. I was like, oh, it went in. Okay.
Perfectly. It just went.
Yeah.
Woo. But like we pointed out in the lit stream, he didn't jump. It was more like a lean. That's when being like a 6'5" human being is beneficial.
And also we got to talk about that assist from Phil. We were talking about those KDB assists, like that assist that Phil put in to him so that he could have like just dink it over the keeper. Perfect amount of arc, perfect amount of pace. Like
David Silva, Iniesta. He looked Spanish. That's what he looked like. He did not look like an English lad.
Nope.
He looked like a Spanish hombre. Yeah, that was amazing. And honestly, I know Crunk doesn't like Barcelona at all, and Tom, I don't think you do either. But if you watch Pedri play, you see like, oh, you are like it's just like the next generation of great Spanish midfielder, and that's what Foden looks like now that he's actually being able to play in the pocket and not as a winger, because he's not a winger. So thank you, Josep Guardiola, for finally putting 47 where he belongs, inside the 18. He don't need to go outside 18 for who, for why? Stay right there and create all the chances, because he does when he's there.
Yeah, he's been amazing this season. This is the glimpses of the Phil Foden we knew he could be, and most importantly, he's feeling good about himself. The team is surrounding him. We laugh and joke about it during the watch-alongs. The fact that he went from Walter Foden to he's fully embraced Philip now. Like he is Philip Foden with the little curls. He has the little curls.
You change your hair up. You know, sometimes you gotta do that. We talk about women doing that all the time in the Black community, right? When you see a woman change her hair, you know she's going through something. She's transitioning to a new phase, new stage. So it's like that's like Phil getting some box braids. Like he got them box braids in, and he's ready for his Caribbean cruise. You know, like it's that energy that you get. Like I'm telling you, go to an airport in a Black city with enough Black people around 4th of July weekend. Anywhere in the month of July, you will see so many braids. It's actually crazy. But yeah, Phil changed his hair, and now he's back. And that was a little taste of culture for those that are listening that you've seen it, but you never caught it. You never clocked it. Now you're gonna realize it. And you're like, oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, there were so many Black women on that plane with braids.
Goku, speaking of his goal in the 65th minute. Wow. Oh, when he received the ball, he had from Rangers, and Gisa and Holland, I believe, were closing in on him, and he faked like he was going to turn back to the central part of the field. Nah, that was a shoulder fake. It was a feint. He cut in, left the two defenders, or truly they were running the opposite way. They were trying to close in on him. He turns now, facing the goal. Still two more defenders in front of him. He runs at the defender on the right. Another hezzy and just bursts through with a quick dribble past both defenders. They're just watching. Savic goes to close in on him. Too slow. Ball goes under his legs. 2-0 City. Wow. Truly wow.
Jeremy Doku might be the most impressive pure athlete that City has on the squad. And I said this on the Lit stream, and I'll say it again. If Jeremy Doku was an American child, he would be the coldest college football running back since Reggie Bush. Because if you look at his age, he's 22 right now. Yeah, he'd be in college, probably somewhere at Bama or Georgia or LSU or Texas or Ohio State, and you could not contain him. He is just that much of an athlete.
He looks like Belgian Ashton Genty.
Yes.
For those that follow football and the NFL, he just was the best running back in college. Got drafted top, I think, 6th pick by the Raiders. He's phenomenal. Also, it's really hard to sack Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry. I'm watching the game over here, and you can't sack that black man. But yeah, thinking of football. But no, don't go. Y'all know how much I go up for him, and it's because we all do. We saw the talent. We know the skills. Pep just had to do what? Move him closer to the goal. Who knew it took Pep so long to be like, you know what? Let's put the best creative players closer to the goal. Goddamn. What? Who would have thought?
What a concept.
Phenomenal. This is why I call him the greatest manager of all time. He just thinks of, these novel concepts that nobody else understood. And when you see it, it's like, wow, Pep, thanks so much. I watch whole tactical breakdowns, Pep's new tactics. Call it Pep's common sense, damn it. The man can't be stopped dribbling. Why you put him so far away from the damn goal? Put him closer and let him cause havoc because we keep possession so much. It's not that complicated.
Got that man playing wing back last season.
Filthy, nasty work. But yeah, happy for my man. Great finish. And he loves a good, he can make some finishes happen, man. It's really impressive.
Yeah. And he was interviewed. I played it after the United game. Doku talking about, I've had time to watch tape of my teammates, play with them for some time, been able to just watch. I know where they're going to run now, where previously I didn't. I'm fully healthy. That helps out a lot too. We were always talking about last season. He's dribbling through all these people. And because of the fact that he's not laying the ball off to the perfect place where Haaland needs it, it's his fault. He doesn't have any finishing product. Instead of, why are there not more players crashing into the box trying to read what he's going to be doing? Those types of things. Now he's just like, screw it. I'll do everything for you guys. I'll put it on a tee, plated up for you, where all you have to do is just tap it in. Or better yet, I will just do it my damn self. It's wonderful to see. I am overall being nice and patient with all the people who were going after Doku on social media, but every now and then, this is what I do. If I see somebody that I'm pretty sure was speaking wild on them, I'll hit their account and then search. I'll just type in Doku in their search and be like, oh yeah, you were. Screenshot a couple of them and be like, hey, weren't you just saying this 2 months ago?
We love evidence, and when you have evidence, people can't ignore it, right? Unless you are truly just living in the
Oh, they
different
are.
world.
A lot of them
They are.
just
They're
aren't
trying to.
responding. They're not even responding back to me. It's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, I think the question is this though, as we look at moving forward now that we're kind of out of this hell week that we had, and we're talking about the first game of it or the second game of the three. Do we believe that Jeremy Doku has locked down that left side in the same way Raheem Sterling did? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it his wing now, or is Marmoush gonna slide over there? Because I genuinely think Marmoush is better as a striker. Like again, he's better in the middle as a target versus like a winger. I don't think he doesn't do what Doku does. Like that is my bar now. So if both are healthy, who's your starting wing? Who's your starting left winger?
I worry because I mean, yes. Long story short, yes, he has a lockdown. It's his to lose. Obviously, when Marmoush comes back, it'll take him some time. He'll have it for at least a couple of weeks when Marmoush returns. Then after that, it's all up to how Doku's practicing. It's all up to how Marmoush is practicing. I just worry because Bernardo is playing the right wing, which y'all know how much I hate Bernardo at right wing. This season, it hasn't been a problem because he isn't being focused. He doesn't have the ball much when he's over on the right wing, whereas last season, he would just be hanging out over there with the ball over there and getting taken out over and over again. And it was just frustrating. You knew when the team was struggling on their attack, he wasn't going to be able to help at all with the adjustment. He's now the energy dude. He's just keeping the ball moving. He's helping create overflows. He's killing it. So do you take him off? Will Marmoush be able to do what he's doing? Does that then force Marmoush, if he's going to be playing behind Holland? Does that mean Foden gets pushed back out wide? It now creates so many more questions that I worry. I think Marmoush and Sharkey are going to have to somehow fight for their way in the starting lineup, hopefully.
Tom, what you think?
Doku is like the number 4 or 5 name on the team sheet every time. Like
Holland, Donnarumma, Vardiol, Doku. Gotta have him. Yeah.
I mean, I would put a Rodri in there.
Oh, sorry. Lest I forget, I'm wearing a shirt. I'm sorry, Roger. Because I don't think it was like fully.
It's been a year, and
I'm
he's
getting used to it again.
Yeah.
That's why he's at 5th. Great point. See, Tom, he gets it. He gets it. I also will say, Marmoush is in a weird position because he comes back late October, but he only has 2 months until AFCON.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he obviously doesn't want to get hurt for AFCON. So I think honestly, if I was him, I think he's going to accept being more of like a sub or like that cup player, right? Because we don't have Champions League games. We don't have games. We always got games. Everybody can eat. I think there's enough starts to go around. And Pep has done this before. Now he's really good at this. He sets the standard for rotating and using a whole squad. So I think he's going to be just fine. Like Mary J. Blige.
I think that Marmoush is going to do what Carolyn did for her last club team before the Olympics, which is just be like, no, I'm hurt. I can't play. And all of a sudden Egypt was like, yeah, come on. We calling you in. You're going to play in this tournament. So it would not surprise me if we do not see him at all this calendar year, at least.
Yeah, because AFCON starts December. It starts December 22nd, and they got to go out with their club like a week or two early.
Right.
So he's gonna miss all the festive fixtures. Like, yeah, he might play a month with City and then just shut it down around Thanksgiving and be like, "I'll be your sub. I play 30. I'm good." And it works for everybody. Like everybody can eat because no European players have anything.
Exactly.
And it wouldn't surprise me if Pep's already told him that. It's just like, bro, just come on, be a sub. Give me your everything. I'll make sure you get to AFCON healthy. Just also do your best to make sure you return back from AFCON healthy. Obviously, you can't control if you get injured or not, but you can make the right decisions in the preparation to each game. yeah, anything else before we move on to the game against Arsenal? Cool. Every year, I guess before we get into the game itself, we'll talk about this 2.5 days of rest in between the games. And I feel like this happens at least once a season where City just get shit end of the stick and with rest in between Champions League and a league match. It can be Carabao. It can be any of these things in between league matches. Every year, Pep goes, it is what it is. He's done the raging. He raged. He yelled. He damn near had the players talking about striking. Like, we need to team up with all the players and all the leagues and strike. Like, he had players wilding, and they had to nip that in the bud. So he's just accepted it. He's doing his thing. But we have seen Pep is back to his rambunctious self, which actually brings me a lot of joy and hopeful that he just seems he has that fire that he always talks about wanting to see that of the players. He seems to have that fire in him. It is very annoying that the Premier League really just doesn't seem to care, because by Manchester City doing well, they represent your league and country. You might not enjoy City and how they win or whatever, depending on how you feel about City, which most of the time is negative. Still have England represent national team players on that squad. I know you love the England national team. Anyway, Pep was he mentioned how this is post-match, so I do want to say that. But he was talking about how his press wasn't as effective against Arsenal. He said, like, he acknowledged part of it is because Arsenal are a really quality team, but also 3 games, 7 days.
Sometimes the people don't realize. So the game against Napoli Champions League was so emotional. And after that recovery day, and they ask you how to wait 4 or 5 hours, because maybe you don't know, you live in London, you have that privilege, but the people who live in the northeast, so we have 4 or 5 hours to arrive into London, and it's more fatigue and everything. So
not only do you only get 2.5 days, they also had to wake up and get their whole day started 5 hours earlier because they have to do the trip down through London. Don't let there be a little bit of traffic. And
this is where I get annoyed at the UK lifestyle, because
come on with it.
What do we do in America, Tom? What type of device do we use? What mode of transportation do we use if we had that same trip to take?
A plane. I don't care. Like, if the Kansas City Royals are playing the St. Louis Cardinals, they're not about to get on a fucking bus for that game. They are going to take a private plane. That just point blank, period. It is happening. Just that is like, they're not about to get on no trains, none of that. No, they're going to take a plane. Also, I guess maybe I'm just so American sports pilled that, like, and I understand, like, I had a college professor tell me this a long time ago, that the biggest difference between Europeans and Americans is that Europeans think that 100 miles is a long way, and Americans think that 100 years is a long time. So, like, that whole, like, I don't know, like, what is it, 250 miles from Manchester to London? Like, that's nothing. Like, that concept is, like, very foreign to me.
And it really is a long train ride. I did it multiple times when I was in England. It is a long train ride.
And I believe that it is long. I just...
Yeah,
there's no need. They have too many things. They have too much goddamn money. There's a private plane that they use to fly across the continent. Just let that bitch go to London real fast. Fly from Manchester to London, up and down. It's an up and down flight. It might take an hour and a half. Like, I just think because of the customs of the country, you're adding more stress to the players that could be avoided.
Correct.
So if you can't change the schedule, change the luxury, let the environmentalists be mad at you. The shit done. Climate change is fucked. We're already here. So you might as well just enjoy yourselves, okay?
Yeah, we got about 20, 25
They
years
did.
now.
Come on, dog. Like, just keep moving. Just keep moving. It's not Man City's fault. The climate's fucked up. So, okay, keep moving.
That's fair. That's fair. Then after Pep said that first bit, the media person and they're like most smug was just like, got you, Pep. So Friday you said the schedule is a schedule, but today you complain about the schedule. Do I have that right? Just listen. I made sure to clip this. Listen to Pep's audible exasperation.
You are the journalist, my friend. You understand my process and what happened. Don't understand me. 10 years we're together, so. Honestly, so of course, the factory, the mindset has to be strong, but we have a lot, fatigue with the same players. We have, how many injuries. John came back for the injury for the national team for a long time. We have Cherky, we have Rainuri, we have Nathan had been out as well most of the time. So we have to put a lot of players maybe forget the rhythm. Kusanov was injured in this kind of positions with the pace that he has. We don't have it. So many things can happen. But if you want to bring it, the fact that no one complaining for the schedule, that's okay. I'm complaining for the schedule. Are you satisfied? No.
That sigh was a deep American Negro spiritual sigh right there. I felt that in my spirit.
I really did. Like, it just hit me right here. It's like, ooh.
Like the embarrassment I would have felt having Pep sigh at my feeble attempt to get some clickbait material. That's all that was. And it was funny too, because after Pep said what he said, after cuts off, the journalist goes, wait, because he was about to just walk away. He was just like, I'm over you. I'm so done with this. We just gave away this goal. I'm not happy, and you're playing games. Like, get out of my face. Bernardo, he too had some thoughts post-match.
The reality is we cannot come to one of the most important games of the season with such a disadvantage in terms of rest. It's not fair to play one of these games like this. It's just not right, because they have 5 days. We had 2.5 days. In one of the most important games, this cannot happen. Like me personally, I wasn't feeling in a perfect condition to play a game like this.
Yeah.
Just people that never played at the highest level know or don't know how it feels to play a game like this. You need to be at your best condition. And today we saw, like, for example, Kuzanov getting injured because it demands a lot, this type of games. So I just feel like it's a bit frustrating that we couldn't be at our best level, in my opinion, simply because of the decision of someone that thinks that it's fair to come away and to have 2.5 less days than Arsenal.
But Crunk, you'll remember this. So when the Packers and the Buccaneers used to be in the same division, Warren Sapp and Mike Sherman got into a little verbal altercation. And Warren Sapp said to Mike Sherman, "You so tough, put a jersey on. You so tough, put a jersey on." Those comments are coded in that language that of what Bernardo is saying. He's like, basically, like, these pencil pushers over here, like, they worked out some schedule shit, but they ain't never played shit. They ain't never, like, they just play out in their backyard. They, they're not even gonna sniff, the fourth league or nothing. So that's, you so tough, put a jersey on.
Yeah.
I mean, we called this out when we saw the schedule, and we were like, wait, is that a Thursday for a Champions League match? They literally have never done this. And it just so happens to fall 2 days later than Arsenal's. Like, it's not like 1 day apart. Okay, that happens all the time. 2 whole days, that's a huge advantage. Like, so, we could get into the match now, because I think, obviously, it played a part.
Yeah. Go for it.
No, because I want to kind of set the scene for FanFest, because I was able to attend.
Oh, yes. Okay, so let me just finish this then. I think what annoys me and ending the whole conversation about the short time. Whenever I would talk about the Thursday to Sunday, the first thing people would say, and it was multiple people that were not City based, but they were like, "But didn't City play at home?" And I replied to Treb, who shout out joined us for the watch along. He's also said that, and I like almost lost it. And I was like, actually, I did lose it because it's a 3-hour flight to Sevilla from London. It's a 2-hour and 40-minute flight to Sevilla. So because of that 3-hour flight, they get 2 extra days. Like, make it make sense. It pissed me off. But yes, Premier League Fan Fest. They were in KC. Thom Bomb was there. I saw him on the TVs. Just kicking in the corner, looking cool.
So, not gonna lie, my life is very chaotic at times. So I was doing a whole lot of things, trying to like move some stuff to storage from other places and all of that. But so we showed up late, so that's why I was in the back in the corner. So they held it in the Power and Light Entertainment District here in Kansas City, and it's essentially like a bar district where there's like 2 different levels of bars, and like they surround this, like actually it's a full circle, and there's a stage in front, and that's where like Rebecca Lowe and the 2 Robbies and Tim Howard were doing their like halftime show and like in between the matches and whatnot. And then you just have this crowd of people like that's in this courtyard area, like between like in the circle of the bars, and then there's like railings at the top that people were standing on, and then they're just showing the match on a big screen above the stage, right? So, and of course, like all of the separate bars have like their TVs on it, but you want to be kind of like in the action sort of thing. So it just so happens that one of the bars that is in there, Johnny's, is the KC Gooners bar. So it really felt like, oh, not only are we on the road, like for away from the Etihad for this match, but like as a City supporter, I am also on the road because, not gonna lie, like, I mean, obviously there were fans of all of the teams that were there. There were a lot of Newcastle fans that were there from the game prior, but like you saw fans from everywhere. And I think my favorite people were the Spurs fans that were there, because they were just there to hate watch, like they like blatantly told you to your face, oh, I'm here to hate watch this match. Like, I would love if y'all won. Like, I wouldn't love if y'all win, but it would make me happier if y'all won over them.
I respect that. That's my hate.
Yes, exactly. I was like, oh, I respect that. As a matter of fact, there was a man with his very young son. I don't think he couldn't have been more than 3. And he's like, yeah, I got to train him up right to hate Arsenal. Like, this is the right way. So it was very, I couldn't find where the Kansas citizens were, but they were way towards the front. I didn't find them until the second half of the match, but it was a very, very cool event. I actually did get to meet Eric Wall in person finally. He was right. He is very tall. It was cool to meet him. Cool to meet Ariel Castillo. Finally met her. And she was so funny. She's like, I've checked everybody off the list, but Tarek, like he's next. But yeah, it was a very cool event, and I think that based off of fan reaction, I've heard some whispers from a couple of different people that I know are pretty tapped in. Like, they were always going to come back to Kansas City, but I think that they're going to come back sooner than they had anticipated based off of the turnout.
Because have they even like duplicated any cities yet? Like, it's been a while. I think I heard it today on the 2 Robbies podcast. He was like, it was their 11th one, and I feel like they've gone to at least 7 or 8 different cities. So maybe there's a duplicate somewhere from like the first one.
Yeah.
But
I
recently,
think,
since this podcast, they have not duplicated a city since we started
yeah,
SOB.
right. I think they might have duplicated like Chicago.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
maybe Chicago, but
That makes
yeah,
sense. Yeah.
but Chicago, they have a whole giant park. Like they can fit so many people. Watching on TV, it did look like it was a lot of people. It was like,
Like it was also really cool because like there was a celebratory air to it. I missed the ceremony because I again got there late. But they honored Kansas City Current, who was also there, and you could tell that they had been kicking it all night because they had just clinched the best record in the league in the fastest amount of time. Yes, they got the shield in the fastest amount of time. The shield was actually there. I actually got to talk to Chris Long for a little bit, majority owner of KC Current. There were several players there. Actually, 3 different KC Current players all had Man City kits on, which I really appreciated. And Claire Hutton, if you ever need to make the jump across the pond, please consider Man City. Please and thank you.
I can get my people a hold of you. And then also, if you want to just come on and chat, Man City anytime.
That works
We're
too.
here for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but it was a really amazing experience. Like, not gonna lie, like, and we'll get into it as we talk about the match, but like the first 85 minutes of that or 85, 90 minutes of that match was like I was flying high. Like it was great. I mean, other than the astronomically priced drinks, which all those bars, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, facts.
I think my partner bought us 2 drinks, and he said, "Oh my God, Tom, I just spent $65 on these 2 drinks." Now, mind you, they were very large drink, like they were probably like this size, or a little bit bigger, but it was a lot. I was like, that's a lot of money for a drink.
Oh man,
Capitalism, American capitalism.
Right. Facts.
Nothing like it. Nothing like
You gotta
it.
earn that buzz. You gotta earn that buzz.
That's
unless you're in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz everywhere is getting back.
Correct.
Yeah, facts. Starting 11, they ran it back. Donnarumma, O'Reilly, Bardial, Diaz, Husinov, Rodri, Reinders, Foden, Doku, Silva, and Holland. Same 11 for 3 matches in a row. First time Pep has used the same lineup 3 matches in a row in 4 years. Yeah, thoughts on the lineup? What do you got?
Good job. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I love it.
I mean, what did I say in the chat when we were talking about it? Like, it's not.
You said it may not be the best 11, but it's the best for now. Something to that.
Oh, it was like the 11 he trusts the most.
Yeah.
And I think to your point, Charlie, about like building trust within the squad, like, yeah, he's gonna like. So these are the 11 players that he trusts the most. So he's gonna put those 11 players out there.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Because all the players being exhausted, Pep with the tactic, we rarely see that motherfucker park the bus. Obviously, getting the goal 10 minutes in made a huge difference, but no Kovacic, no Nori, no Marmoush, no Shirky. Pep asked the players to do what would be best for them long term. I understood the reason, but Sharpie could tell you, like, basically after the 25th minute, and I'm pretty sure I just went, wait, is Pep just going to do this the whole time? And from there, I was just a ball of anxiety for the rest of the match. I didn't have fun. I did not have fun at all.
Well, see, I predicted a 1-1 draw. So this was just more like playing into what I thought would happen. I didn't think it would be in this way, but when you think of all the context, it makes sense. These people are tired. These men have run so much in such a short amount of time and not have proper recovery because they're supposed to play at Wednesday on the latest, like they have every year in their lives. So like I'm happy because I've called for Pep to do a foul for 1 for years, right? I wanted Man City women to do it. Like, you go up a goal, maybe not in the 30th minute, but like definitely in the last 10, like, okay, park the bus. So we have the people to do it. We have a bunch of big guys right now. The subs made sense. Like the strategy is smart. And it was literally took the most magnificent play to score a goal. Like that's the only way they could score a goal in that whole 90 minutes. Which talks to Arteta's cowardice, because his lineup, as Trev said, was terrible. Like he was not going for it.
To me, it was like, first of all, like I was out there talking mad shit. It was like all these sad gooners around me, and I love it.
Love it.
But I think, like, for me, the whole narrative of it, like, it's knowing your opponent, like knowing that Odegaard is not healthy for them, right? So they don't really have anybody to create.
No, they have them. He doesn't trust them.
Correct.
That 10 is there. Eze was right there. Wanyeri is right there. He went with the stodgy 8s instead of his creative 10s.
And so, like,
is crazy.
My thought was like, okay, we have already seen this movie with Arsenal. We know that they struggle to break down a low block. So why not just invest in this tactic? Because we know that opponent, like, could you? We out Arteta in Arteta's house. Think about that.
That's a win. That's a win for me. That's a 4-goal improvement from the last time we were there.
Well,
and we got smacked last year. Smacked, I tell you. So February was like, Roger called it out because he remembered. Bernardo would not say it in the pre-match interview, but Roger was like, "No, we're out for revenge. Like, they embarrassed us. Like, you don't just walk away from 5-1 being like, oh, ho-hum." So to get a draw, take a point, it was 2 points dropped because of the game state. But again, anybody who would have looked at this week, you go 2 wins in a row with clean sheets, and you don't concede to the 92nd minute, you take that every week, and you say we got a long season left, because good luck coming to do it at our place in April. Like,
and you could tell that it was like a deterioration of the defenders. Like, okay, you got to take Kuzanov off because he got hurt. Okay, you got Nunes at the right wing. It's not necessarily like it's a defensive trade-off. Like, you're not getting the defender that Kuzanov is with Nunes, but you're still getting a Premier League level outside back, right? Like a Premier League level outside back.
Yes.
Then, like, Stones come, like, you take off O'Reilly for Stones, and like, then you're like, you're losing some speed, and then like you bring Nico on. For who did Nico come on for?
that was earlier.
Phil.
Did he come on for Phil? Yeah, he went bigger.
Yeah. So like, okay, you're gonna get larger, and then you bring Nico came on in the 76, so he came on for Holland.
Gotcha. That's right. See, that was the one I was like, okay, Holland must be dead, because just his presence is just a lot, but he probably had no more legs. So.
Yeah, right.
Because then we were playing like Daku as which, like, based off of, like, you wanted Collins' aerial presence in the box based off of how we were playing, but like then, like, when we would boot the ball up the field, like, there was nobody there. So it's like, okay, well, we're just gonna put our fastest player in Daku up there, who also doesn't have any legs.
Yeah, because he's been sprinting up and down this whole match.
Right, exactly.
So I like the Savinho stuff. I thought it was smart. Yeah. I think the only person, because we made 5 separate subs, the only person I would have taken out that didn't come out was Bernardo. And I thought you could have, and again, I don't know Holland's condition. I thought Holland could have stayed on. Bernardo could have come off instead earlier, and now you have truly the biggest possible team you can put on the pitch.
Right.
Because his legs, he also ran. He runs way more than Holland because he's a midfielder. So, like, I just felt like that was the only tweak to an otherwise perfect game plan, because nobody saw that coming. I didn't hear anybody go, hey, because of fatigue and conditioning or lack of rest, Pep's going to park the bus. None of us said that. But, like, that's how it played out, and I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah. Pep.
Also, there was a point in the second half where Holland was on the break.
Yeah.
And he took a shot, but Phil was running with him, and all he had to do was play Phil in. And I talked to a couple people in Kansas Citizens. Jamie was like, you want your striker to take the shot, and yeah, you do want your striker to take a shot, and maybe I'm a little LeBron pilled. It was like, I want you to make the best football play, like the best football. Like the Michael Jordan pill says, take a shot. The LeBron play says, make the best football play. The best football play was to pass to Phil.
Yeah, and honestly, that's more so Kobe, because Mike kicked out to Steve Kerr. He kicked out to those white shooters, pick a white man. Yeah, he went Kobe on that one. And again, you can't be mad at it, but it would have been nice just to see that square ball and just to give a chance. Like, wow, that could have ended it. Just like Doku's chance was so close.
Yep.
Like another creation from that side of goal. They're amazing. And like, this is the young nucleus we needed to replicate. It's almost like they're like the new Sane, Sterling, Aguero, just very different sizes and heights, but like
very different.
Yeah, very different skill sets and stuff. But like, you put those three up there, you're gonna get creativity every single match.
Yes.
So
yeah. I do have Pep. He was asked about parking the bus because of the fact that it is seen as negative in English football to just be so just sitting back and waiting for something to happen.
The Arsenal was bad in that term, so we don't want it, but sometimes it happens. So, okay, one time in 10 years is not bad, right? So that was good. I have to prove myself again for another strategy. Now I am a transition team. You know that?
Now I'm a transition team. You know that. Pep said, I was beating them at their own tactics. You said it, Thom Bomb. They beat Arteta playing Arteta ball in Arteta's house. And they struggled when they had the possession. They struggled to try to break it down. Their City created the chances. It was just, were they able to finish it? Stuart Atwell, though, the referee, that bitch, not a fan, never have been, never will be. The fouls he was allowing on the City players, Doku specifically, may your coffee always be cold. Every charger you grab, disintegrate. I hope you win the lottery and lose the ticket. I hope you step in dog poop at least once a day. I want.
I hope all the bread products in your house are stale. I hope that every dairy product in your house is 1 week out of date. He said, I want all of your ice cream that you buy from now until the end of time to be freezer burnt.
The socks you have all have holes in them. I can tell you have the personality of a flat tire. Like, you look like the type of person who uses Axe as a cologne. You probably think ketchup is spicy. Brown sauce is too tangy, and tacos are too adventurous for your taste buds. Like, I don't like you, my guy. Ninth minute goal from Holland. Foden. He creates a turnover deep in Arsenal territory. He flicks the ball to Rodri, who knocks the ball to Rangers. He just takes off. Doku running on his left. Holland flying up on his right. Rangers makes the right decision, passes it over to Holland. Holland's first touch. It's heavy enough to make Gabriel think he can get to it. He can't. And it roots Raya to his spot. Holland does what he does best. He bags a goal, baby. It was nice. It felt too easy. And it made me feel like, okay, we can keep doing this while, staying back, being defensive, and just taking the chances, making the right decisions, embracing the transition. That is why when it came to the 25th minute happening, I was just like, oh, no, that's not what we're doing. We're just going to boot every single ball. Donnarumma, he is great, but this was one of the matches where we can kind of see the positives and negatives to him. Like, yes, he's getting the ball and he's smacking it away, but some of those smacks, like, the ball was still in the box, or he would just hit the ball away for them to come and get territory. I just would have liked one catch. Just catch the ball once, calm them, take away the pain, the momentum, let City get the ball and try to run with it, do a little something with it. It was just constantly being berated and just watching Arsenal come back. For a team like City, who are the ones who are the attackers, are the ones who handle the ball through possession. They're the ones creating, to do antithesis of their football for 80 plus minutes. I know that had to have been tough. Like, that was a mental lock-in that we haven't seen from them in over a year, which is amazing to see. It brought me joy. We'll get to it like later in the match, like, because I do want to talk about this stupid Arsenal goal. But it was very good to see how the energy of the players. They truly gave everything that they had up until the goal happened.
I think that when you play as many games as Man City aspires to play, in as many competitions as Man City aspires to be in to the end, you have to find different ways to win. And I think that knowing that, hey, we went to the Emirates and shut them out for 93 minutes. Like, we know that we can do that. Like, knowing that you can do that on a week that you have short rest. Imagine a match where you have 4 days of rest or 5, like when it's like a large Champions League match is coming up, or an FA Cup semifinal is coming up. So then knowing that, like, okay, we're going to go back to this and we have this to draw on, like, to me, that's a confidence booster, knowing like this team has multiple ways to be able to attack a match, and not just like, oh, we're going to possess the ball to death.
No, that's fair.
I just want to get your spirit ready, guys. April's going to be crazy because we're going to have that Chelsea match on a Saturday. More than likely, there's a Champions League game in there if we progress, and then Arsenal the next Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be like this all over again, but with way higher stakes. Can't wait for it because we're going to get both of them at home, I think. Oh, no, we get home and away. So Arsenal home, Chelsea away. But to your point, Tom, like, when you can not run the same play every time, it makes the other team confused. Like, if I just run pick and roll every time in a basketball game, you know how to stop it. But if you can vary it up, you switch it up, and we're down players now. Arsenal's down players as well. They do have injuries. Like, that is a real thing. They didn't start Saka, Odegaard. Obviously, Jesus is out for the year. Havertz is out, who's a big piece. So they are down people. Nobody's healthy fully. Somehow Liverpool continues to be though. But yeah, so it's just, you do what you can. And if you go on the road to a top 2 side and you get a point, when you just don't want to go 3 matches losing in your first 5, hey, we can progress. And I have a great feeling, bro. We're about to go on a big undefeated run. I don't think we lose again to November. Like if you look at the schedule, and like, I just want to run through it real quick for the people listening, watching. In this order, multiple competitions: Huddersfield, Burnley, Monaco, Brentford, Everton. Jack can't play. Villarreal, Aston Villa, they suck. Bournemouth on November 2nd is the next hard game we have.
I like it. I love it. I want it.
And I want it all. I want all the points. Yeah.
That's crazy to say. Like, Bournemouth is the roughest match in that.
But am I wrong?
Run. No, you're not. But like,
okay,
it's still just like crazy to think about.
Yeah, because respectfully, it's Bournemouth, and they don't appear to be as dangerous as they were last year. Yeah, so
but they still are though. They're still doing really well. Like, they're a top 8 side, I think, in the league.
They're the top 4.
Yeah, sorry, 4th. Yeah, they have 3 more points than we do. So they're making, like, Iriola is the next. Yeah. He's the next one to go get his job. The way Thomas Frank was, and we knew he was going to get one. Iriola's going to go. I don't know if he goes to Villa. I don't know if he goes to West Ham. He's going to move somewhere to London or Manchester one day soon.
Like we all know, City made it to the 91st minute. There were just 6 more minutes of extra time to go. Ake heads Arsenal's cross away. Reinders takes the ball down. He finds Rodri in space with two gunners closing on to him. It was a very smart play, very nicely done. Rodri calmly hits the ball centrally to Nico, who then hits Rangers running up out wide. Savio is left to Rangers. The only other City player on the screen is Nico. Now, what Rangers should have done was run to the corner, or maybe hit the ball to Savio, who runs to the corner, play that corner game, probably kills out the match. Instead, Reinders kind of gets stuck in between two minds. He runs into a sliding Declan Rice. Savio is able to win the ball. He pokes it to Nico, who was just surrounded by Arsenal players. There are like 5 of them around him. Eze gets the ball, finds a running Martinelli, who chips Donnarumma hanging out in no man's land. It was a draw, but after watching the team work as hard as they did, almost play a perfect defensive game, it really felt like a loss. And again, it was a draw. And respect and love the lads that played. They killed it. They did great. But it just, in that moment, it was so frustrating because it's just like, of course.
I called it. Sadly, I was like, because even like there was a point in the match, I was like, I'm gonna put some money on a draw right now. And what's his name? Trev was like, wait, you're gonna bet against your team? I was like, no, I bet a draw before the game. I just think now like something's gonna happen because we're tired and life happens. He missed that throw. Well, he made that throw. So I was like, hey, let's just do it. And I didn't think it would come that way. I didn't think Eze would make that crazy ball and Martinelli would hit, a Messi-esque finish. I didn't know he had that in his locker. How could we?
I was clowning every Arsenal fan within earshot when they I was like, y'all putting Martinelli to save the match? Oh, we about to win this bitch. Like the whole time, all I was thinking was like, come into your trap, take over your trap. That was all I could think about the whole match. And then this Brazilian motherfucker.
Second time this week, man. That man's on a hot streak. He's a super sub. He's really good at it, really fast. It helps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it. We still got plenty more to cover. Let's quickly do this Carabao versus Huddersfield Town. Huddersfield, they are, I believe, 5th in League One, so the second division. They just drew their last match, and I remember I was like looking into Huddersfield Town and watched one of their a popular YouTube, and they tied 0-0 to Burton Albion, and Burton Albion are, I want to say, exactly. They
Crunk,
are.
what are you talking about, Crunk?
They are last in the league. They drew to the worst team in the league, and they called it basically defenseless. You can't
defenseless.
Yes, it was so bad you can't defend anything about the match. Like, it was just poor. They're pathetic. The vibes for them are very low leading up to this match against Big Bad City. Score predictions. What do you got?
4. I want 4. I don't care if we're gonna do full rotation. I want 4.
Well, I know this. We are not going to see the same 11 that we saw all of this past week. I know that for a fact.
He might go full 11, including the academy kids. Like, he could do it if you took the whole bench off that was on the bench today. Like, you can run everybody a whole new 11 because everybody's played 3 matches in 7 days. So they need to rotate everybody, and hopefully you don't have to use a sub and get ready for Burnley. So how many goals, Tom? What you got?
Run it up. I got 6-1.
Oh,
love a sixer. Love a 6. What you got, Crunk? You going 6? I said 4. You going 5? What we doing?
I think 3, but I do think it's gonna be a clean sheet. I can see a 3-0 clean sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the energy.
All right. Burnley. Shout out to Burnley. They're doing their thing in the Premier League. They, along with Leeds and Sunderland, no one really thought that they would be able to do anything. They sit in 16th place. They already have a win. They drew last weekend. they're not terrible. They're not
No, here's the thing
terrible.
with Burnley. They have conceded less goals than these Premier League sides from last season. West Ham's conceded 13. Wolves conceded 12. Man U conceded 8. Brighton's conceded 8. And Forest conceded 9. And Brentford's conceded 10. Like, they play defense. Scott Parker has changed his managerial style. And that's where Trafford came from last year, where they only conceded 16 and 40-some matches. 42 or whatever, like 44. Crazy. So, like, they know how to batten it down. And they would have made that win except against
Liverpool
if the Man U grad hadn't forgot he was a fucking outfield player and not use his arm. They stifle Liverpool. So, like, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough match. Do I think we're going to lose? Hell no. Especially at the Etihad. No, we're not losing. But yeah, I like our chances with a rested starting 11. And now it's good to have a starting 11 and a cup 11. This is great. This is when we thrive. So I got us winning down that one. I got a classy 2-0 because they're going to play tough.
Yeah, that's my scoreline too. Got 2-0.
Hey, I'm with you. 2-0. Let's go. Okay. Baby Blue Baddies. Okay. At Tottenham, won 5-1. Starting lineup was Keating, Wahhabi, Greenwood, Pryor, Kasparai, Hasagawa, Blinkilde, Medina, Hemp, Fugino, and Bunny. I figure I'll go through the goals, but obviously if there's anything specifically else we want to discuss, we can jump into that. It was a 5-1 win. That's fantastic. The one goal that was given up, absolutely amazing by Holt. Like, woo! Bang that shit into the goal. Kiara stood no chance. It was just frustrating that watching such great play by the team and then just like one bad touch lost the clean sheet.
Grace Clinton giveth, Grace Clinton taketh away. It's all like, I mean, fair shout to Holt because that was a banger of a goal. Not even gonna lie, but like, you as a midfielder, you need to know better not to like get caught on the ball in that area of the pitch. Like, you just can't do that. That was not great. Also not great in this match. Lauren Hemp left early.
Yep.
With an ankle injury.
Yep.
I believe that Not Seb Hines said that she had some scans done. She was in a walking boot immediately after the match. We don't know how long she's going to be out. That's not great. That's for sure.
No, and I just feel bad for him. Well, obviously the injury is rough, but there was an article that she did that came out like a week or so ago, and she talked about her injury last season. And they were like, oh, just a little light work. You'll be gone for 2 months. It ended up being 5 because she just kept having setback after setback after setback. She mentioned how if she was just told 5 months in the first place, she could kind of just like focus on the 5 months. But being told, hey, it's going to be 2 months. And then, okay, now it's going to be 2 more weeks, 2 more weeks, 2 more weeks. It really messed up her mentality. On top of just being on the sidelines and watching the team season crumble, which is why I absolutely adore what Mary Fowler has been able to do during her time away. The L'Oreal adding on to the modeling on top of that. Now she has a book coming out. She's been able to fill that void where football used to be because you go mad without it.
Keeping herself busy, which is important, like especially for any professional athlete when they're injured. That's just something that's difficult to do.
Yeah, there's only so many Lego you can build.
Correct.
Especially
and that shit's expensive. Like I get that we signed her to a contract extension and she got paid a little bit more, but those bitches ain't cheap.
Fujino, her 23rd minute goal was a give and go with Bunny. Fujino hammers the ball herself past the keeper. I want to say the game against Chelsea could have gone more differently if Fujino and Carolyn were available, but Chelsea themselves were missing Naomi Girma, Myra Ramirez, Naomi Girma, I said Girma twice. Liz Thompson, if she would have left a day earlier, she probably could have played. So I'll just kind of change my statement to we can see the progress and the ability of the team much better when players are in their correct positions, because he also had Greenwood in at left back, which was insane, but he made the right adjustment. He lived, he learned, he adjusted. I appreciate that.
I mean, our chance this year, we have to beat Chelsea and Arsenal. Like,
Yep.
we need to take 4
Yeah,
out of
no
6
draw.
points. Well, now we're going to do 3 against Chelsea. We need 4 at least against Arsenal to have a chance to win. So,
and we need to do the double against United.
Yeah, sorry,
like
and the Reds.
Yeah, that's huge. So there's that.
No draws.
Also, was it just me? But like, I think that after that, like when the penalty was awarded and Bunny took the ball, like I knew from when she took the ball to the time that Cobb saved it that she was not going to make that pin. Like, and I mean, I get that you have your striker take your pins. That's, standard practice across the world. But she did not look ready for that at all.
Yeah, she didn't really.
That's not comforting.
All that game.
That's not a good thing. Not ideal. Also, not ideal. She doesn't have a contract on September 22nd.
Correct.
Yeah, not fun. But yeah, we're just gonna enjoy the season. Go Rock. Go team.
Yep. Go team. Miedema's 39th minute goal is a header from a set piece. Just let the ball glance off of her top of her head, flicked it on behind her. Defenders couldn't do anything. The keeper just did the whole thing where they act like they reach, but they know they're not getting there.
You mean to tell me she's more dangerous in the box than out of the box? What?
What a concept!
Again,
what a concept.
Novel concepts from these white men.
Let me tell you what.
During the watch along, I was being pretty critical of Miedema. That's kind of the nicest way to put it. Or I guess it was more so how she's being used. Like you said, she's a 10, but she's a goal scorer. But he's ahead of her. We know she won't take that 9. But they want her to play like this industrious box-to-box type. And that's not really her game.
She ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. What are we
talking
about?
But they have her like running back and trying to close people down. And yes, everybody, that's how the game is nowadays. But what would happen in the beginning of the game, and maybe it was just because of how Carolyn plays, she adjusted to it. If City got the ball, you saw Bunny running back a lot, trying to play the 1-2, calm things down. But Viv would get the ball, and then she would kind of try to run or make something go with it when you have these amazing players, fast players, Fujino, Bunny, Hemp, or Carolyn, who want to run. What they should do is, with their press, win the ball, let Viv look up, just hit the ball up, let them run. Now Viv has all this space to take advantage of. She eventually made those adjustments, and that's what she was able to do. I feel like a couple of the goals are Carolyn assists. They started from a Viv key pass, and I just hope that she realizes it, she accepts it, and makes those proper adjustments for the rest of the season, because that's going to be the best of her. Is because when she has the ball, if there's just one player running up on her, they're never going to get the ball off of her. But a lot of the time, she's receiving the ball, and there's multiple players coming. Yeah, and she can't do anything with that, and so she kind of needs the space.
She's never been a vision passer, if that makes any sense. Like, her passing vision is not I mean, it's probably like if we were saying this was EAFC, her passing vision is probably 72.
Yeah.
Like that's that's not what you want from that position that she's being asked to play.
Exactly. But she's incredibly talented, and I know that she'll be able to make the most of it. But I think when we saw like Benet in that spot, hell, even when Grace Clinton played that position later in the game, we kind of saw what happened with it.
Which, first of all, I got to talk about Nat Seb Hines because he pissed me the fuck off. Like, why are you putting Grace Clinton out on the wing? Like, what are we doing? Like,
that was a little wild. That was a little wild.
He is managing this team like he doesn't really know what he has, and he's trying to figure out what the players can do best. And that's cool, I guess, if you are, I don't know, aspiring for 4th or 5th in this league. But like, I would like to think that City has more ambition than that. Like, I would like to think that they are disappointed from not making Champions League and want to get back there desperately. So not Seb Hines is doing a lot of things that it's like he's tinkering and experimenting. Like he hasn't really found the 11 that he trusts. But I guess if he has found one of them, it's Gracie Pryor, and God,
she's doing better. So I mean, I will say that I will give her complete credit. It's less clunky. Everything, like, you can tell that she knows where to be. She knows what to do. It helps that she has the players around her. So it just has to focus on being a defender. Like, it's very much Ruben Diaz.
Okay, and now, but then, like, I think about the competition. Okay.
Well, I'm not saying quality, but I mean,
well, no. Like, I'm talking about the quality of the competition. So, like, okay, yes, you want to improve from week to week to week, from match to match to match. I get that, right? So, of course, she's going to look better in the 3rd match of the season than she did in the 1st. But the 1st match of the season is against Chelsea. That is the measuring stick club for everybody in this league. And she didn't look great. And now then you like say, oh, she looked good against Brighton. Oh, who struggled to bring results away from home. Oh, she looked good against Tottenham. Tottenham, the closest team to getting relegated last season that wasn't Crystal Palace. They finished 11th. So yes, I expect her to look better against those teams based off of quality of competition. Like, so I'm still not sold.
Why do you go get Jay Rose if you're not going to play her at that position where she's clearly, because the thing is, like, you can't give me it's the same thing with her versus Lizelle, which I just kind of let that go because clearly it is what it is. But like, Rose is a better athlete. The whole thing of when we play these bigger sides, the top 3 sides, is that we need athletes on the pitch because their front lines are so explosive. So putting her out there will always be a moment where it's like, fuck, she can't make the run. And this isn't like the same thing as like the men's side where it's like, you understand that Diaz, it's not like it's a huge gap between him and Stones anymore. It used to be that, but I think Stones' age and injuries, like, he's not the same explosive athlete he was. So that one's kind of neck and neck. But there's no competition with prior to Lizelle Rose. It's just not. Yeah. And so I hope that by the time we play Arsenal next Friday, October 3rd, I get a birthday present that Gracie Pryor is not in the starting 11. That's it. That's what I want for my birthday. Thanks.
Okay. Cass Price, 43rd minute goal. First, Cass Price's knee, the way that it was wrapped up, it has me worried. It reminds me last season of Fowler and her kinesiology tape, a Kino tape. It started as this like tiny little strip on the back of her leg. By the end of the season, there's like 6 of them, and we know what happened to it. She got injured, and I don't know. It just worries me. Anyway, the goal. Miedema got knocked off the ball, but fortuitous luck, it bounced forward, went to Carolyn, who crashed the box, takes a shot, it gets deflected to Kasperai, who's running in far post and is able to head the ball in goal. Lots of luck, but I really want to shout out that the ladies were in the right spot to take advantage.
I never worry about Kasperai not being where she's supposed to. Like, yeah. I think that's the one player on, like, her and Yui are the two players on the squad that I know that they're going to be where they're supposed to be every single time. Like, they have an innate just sense of like where to be, like how to gauge when to jump up into the attack, when to like sit back and defend, you know, when to make those runs. And credit to her for crashing the box, because at that point Tottenham really wasn't really doing anything, and like that really was that you score 3 goals in the first half of a match, like the match is done and dusted.
Yeah. Fugino and Greenwood off for Rose and Clinton. Clinton, who made her debut in the 64th minute. It took Grace 15 minutes to get her first goal, 30 minutes to get her first assist. The goal in the 80th minute was assisted by Carolyn. It began with Miedema receiving the ball deep in the opponent's territory. Turned, hit Carolyn, who took advantage of the space with her speed. Once Carol got into the penalty box, she hit this low trailing cross into space. Clinton ran into the ball and just passed it into the goal. If we're being honest, Spurs keeper Kopp probably should have stopped that. Like like
she 100% should have stopped that.
Like, I don't know what happened. It was I actually was going "aw" when she shot it, because I was like, "Oh, that's so slow. It's right at the keeper." And then all of a sudden she turned, and even Grace, like her reaction, she just kind of like gave a thumbs up after, because you could tell that she was just like, "Oh, okay, I'll take it." And I'll talk about the good before it end with the turnover. Grace's assist for Coombs' goal, 95th minute,
representing for the elder millennials.
I think it was just funny. It's helped score that, but before she did the giveaway, so she scores, gives away a goal with losing the ball. Just she went to take the ball and she went to turn around, but turned around without the ball. Just kind of like left the ball there, and then by the time she turned around, Holt was already on it and just yeeted that ball past. Like all Keaton could do was watch, and
she was so pissed. Oh, she was pissed because she wanted that clean sheet bad.
Yeah,
you could
she had some great saves too.
Once it went to the net, like she slapped the ground like a 1995 Duke basketball defender. Like that's how mad she was. Like,
yeah, she was hot.
And yeah, so, but like, you have to take advantage of teams that are below you in the table, that teams that are not as talented as you are. And I think that they did that. City did that. And especially, like, it doesn't matter if you play home or away, just knowing that they were able to get that taken care of, that means a lot. So kudos to the team for getting, putting up a good goal differential number. And now you're sitting on 7 points. Still, you're still in fourth. You haven't, gotten into that Chelsea, United, Arsenal mix yet, but you're well on your way.
Yes, we're getting there. The men play Huddersfield on Wednesday. City women play Everton in the Subway Cup. They play each other 15 minutes apart. So I will be hosting a super watch along.
No, you can't do that. Do you remember the last time you did that?
Yeah.
You understand why you can't do that, right?
I'm gonna take my chances. I'm gonna be home.
Well, you got 45, which is nice. It's like a 2:00 for Everton.
Yes, it's not like a 5 hour. I think that's really what it was. It was just a cursed idea that it was just like 5 hours of nonstop streaming. This is just one. They play on top of each other basically.
The second half, first half overlap. So
let me say that. Okay, I'll say this. If both teams are losing, are playing poor by halftime, I'll drop out. I'll just end it. I'll get out of Dodge.
Perfect. That is exactly what I want.
But I'm saying no, they stagger it. It's staggered. Like the women start at 2, the men kick off at 2:45 or 1:45 your time. So you literally like the men are kicking off at halftime. So hopefully the women like give you a break and you can just enjoy the men and like second half come back on a little double screen action. It's like okay, women go win, the men go to halftime.
I will be interested to see what Seb Hines does to like rotate the squad, like how much he like decides to prioritize this competition. Like, is this an opportunity to see some younger players? Like, are we gonna see like a
Sasha Lewis,
or this is where we see a Naomi Lazelle or a Laura Weinrother?
Probably.
I would assume that Coombs probably starts. Are you going to see Lohman and Blinkilde start?
Well, Blinkilde has been starting, so I feel like she's probably going to have to. That's where it's going to get weird because Blinky's been playing all of the games. She's been also fantastic. Like once she learns to do like gems, like once she starts doing those curls and those squats, it's going to be over for you hoes.
Yeah, she's impressed me a lot this season so far. So I will be interested to see how the squad turns over for Everton, who is a really weird team. And I don't know if that's like a product of Liverpool just being really, really poor. And like, they played Tottenham, and I know that they played their last 2 matches at Goodison Park, and I'm wondering if like that moment is too big for them, and like it'll be easier for them to go on the road to the Joy, like it'll be more of a relief sort of thing. But I do think that the talent is there, so I got a 3-1 victory in the Subway Cup.
I'm excited to see Ruby Mace.
I will be interested to see, like, is she? I don't remember if she was healthy and playing yet.
She's playing this season. She's playing this season. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if she had gotten back yet.
Yeah, because she got hurt like in the summer last year, so she's been back for a bit.
Okay.
She's played a few games. She's doing not great, honestly, but she just is returning from an ACL injury, so I completely get it. Maz Pacheco, Mayumi, she left Aston Villa, very smart woman, went to Everton. Their fullbacks, they get up, they do a lot of crossing. He's kind of has them set up to focus more on the attack. Does not always work. It worked against Liverpool. It has not really worked with anybody else. It really should be light work for City, even with a lot of the rotation. I will be interested in seeing it. Yeah, I could see a 3-1. I could see a 4-2, 5-2.
I need City to play on the weekends. I'm so tired of these Friday matches.
Bro,
fucking weekend. Like, it's annoying. I don't have a feel for the team. I watch the highlights. I'll cut a little bit in, but like, I think we're gonna win both matches. I have no idea what the scores don't look like. Obviously, with a new manager, you don't really understand like the substitution patterns. So again, as long as I don't see Gracie Pryor, it's a great day. But a win's a win, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, London City Lioness. Shout out to that game on the weekend. Again,
it's on a Sunday.
Yes. Shout out to Nessie of London City Lioness for joining and having a nice conversation about them. They just had the first one of the season against Everton. With 17 new players, apparently if there were a few players who probably the fans really thought would be with the team this year, a couple of them left and really pissed off the fan base. But hey, Alana Kennedy, Nikita Paris, they'll be there. They're at London City. Jana Fernandez, Aslani, Grace Gioro.
You just named a bunch of millennials.
They are the most oddly constructed team. Like, they have a whole lot of U23s and a whole lot of players over 30 and Grace Gioro. And it's excuse me. Kumagai is she's over 30 too. So like, they're just a very oddly constructed team.
Too many people born in the 90s. You got too many 20th century babies.
Yes.
And that's the problem.
I'm gonna say, based off of their first two matches were Arsenal and United, and Arsenal put 4 on them, United put 5 on them. Like, we got to put up a big number against them too. So I got
all difference matters, don't we know it?
Right. So I got 5-0 in the weekend match.
I'll go with Tom. Let's go 5. Give him Cinco, baby. Cinco settle.
And I have 5 goals, but I have 6.
Ooh, there it is.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it. Run it up.
6-1. Let's go.
Make us go to London. You pay for it.
All right. Should we get out of here, or do you want to laugh at Chelsea? I mean, we can. Yeah, let's.
I do want to real quick say, rest in peace to Matt Beard. And I know that we will talk about this on the 12th. The 12th is a WSL podcast that you should definitely listen to. If you are struggling, there are resources out there for you. Please use them, because we need you here. We need you here. And just lots of uplifting of his family, his wife, his 3 kids. I know that they are going to miss the heck out of him. So rest in peace, Matt Beard. Your legacy in women's football, especially in the UK, is big. And we will miss you a lot.
That was probably the most shocking thing I've woken up to in a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh? Matt Beard? What?
Yeah.
Like, it really caught me all the way off guard. Condolences. Mental health is real. Take care of yourself. Find your people. Find your person. And digital, online, friends, family, whatever. Like, it's important to have somebody to reach out to, because people want to help you. You are loved. You are cared for. Can't say it enough. It's a sad thing.
Yeah.
Awesome, show bros. All right, like, review, rate, subscribe to our YouTube, Twitch, all those other things. Check out our Patreon, tons of amazing content. Let's stream on Thursday. Watch alongs for all the games this week. You know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.